Yeah, honestly, this guy might be my favorite figure of the year. SHF, Spider-Noir, and Spider-Ham. I've really been super excited to get this guy in hand, or them in hand, because this two-pack just looks amazing. I'm really excited to see how the trench coat actually feels and looks on the figure. And posing it is going to be awesome. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this open. So starting with our first tray, we get an assortment of web accessories. Then we get our Spider-Noir hands, which are just the usual Spider-Man hands that you need, you know, just the essentials. And then you do get this little holster that goes onto his belt for his pew pew. Unfortunately, he does not include one. Now let's dig into the main tray. First, we can take a look at Spider-Ham, and he is still a statue, but kind of not really. This is probably the most customizable one that we've gotten so far, because you actually can do a lot with him. Even though he's not an action figure, you can still get some pretty decent poses out of it. Here are his little assortment of hands. And you also do get the mallet that can be attached onto the mallet hands. And you know what? They actually did a really good job with this compared to Mayfeg's and I think any of the other brands. This guy's actually super expressive. Noir's trench coat looks insane. It is completely wired and the detail here is amazing. You do get his little fedora or hat, I don't know what you want to call it. And taking a look at Noir himself, he looks really good. I honestly like the grayed out look for him more than just a solid black. And his hat does just pop onto his head and it actually fits on there really well. And here's the holster that attaches to his belt that we were talking about earlier. And I gotta say, it looks nice. Now, articulation, if you're familiar with SHF, you'll be kind of familiar with how they are. They are good in some ranges, and then other ranges, they can be 50-50. But overall, his articulation is what you're gonna need for him. His leg movement is crazy. The only thing I will say is that his knees and elbows don't get as close together, but that's honestly only the biggest gripe I have about it. Everything else is really nice. But yeah, that about wraps up this review. If you guys do enjoy this type of I'm just kidding. Did I get you? This is probably the most anticipated part about this figure, so I had to prank y'all. Getting it on was super simple, and oh man, does this thing look good! Like, bro, look at the aura you can get with him. I cannot wait to make a posing video with this guy. And like I said too, the whole thing is wired, so you're gonna be able to move it however you want, and it will stay like that. And his hands can actually fit in his pocket too, bro. Just look at this. Oh my, yeah, this is easily one of my favorite figures of this year so far. What do you guys think? And if you do enjoy this type of content, a like and follow is much appreciated. And are you guys going to be picking this guy up? He is a little pricey, but I think he is pretty worth it because you are getting two figures.